/loose women. But, ladies, tonight one of our favourite shows is on the box, Benidorm.
Yeah. Benidorm.
I love it. You're going to love it even more tonight. Why is that, Denise?
Because my Tim's in it. Now, those of you eagle-eyed viewers who saw it last week, did you see it last week?
Yeah.
He's playing a transvestite called Leslie. And not a pretty sight, as you can imagine. But basically, Johnny Vegas wants a girlfriend, his character, so he goes online and meets Leslie, and it turns out that it's Tim. But the funny thing about it, when he was in Benidorm filming, right, and he looks pretty grotesque as a woman, I have to say, but even though he's so hunky as a man, obviously, he was, and I mean, it's the full thing. Hopefully you'll see in a minute the full thing. So he's got his wig, his makeup, his lashes, and he even grew his nails for the first time. He was going, have my nails grown, have my nails grown, like this, getting his character. Anyway, the full thing, they were filming, turning the cameras around. You went outside in Benidorm, outside where they were filming, to have a cigarette. This Geordie guy walks past him, and without a second glance goes, "Ya read him?"
Here he is. This is what you're going to feast your eyes on tonight. This is Benidorm.
So how long you been married then? He's tested. I do attract a lot of married men for some reason.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Don't know what it is. I like moths to a flame. I suppose I do have a certain unattainable quality.
Oh, that's good to know.
So how long you been single?
Well, I'm on a kind of break from somebody. I think they want to get back with me. Quite a lot.
Well, you're not interested. You've moved on.
Not really.
Or else why would you be here?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that before, Den?
I've never seen it. And you're laughing. I've got to sleep with him tonight. But the other thing was... I know he is. Thank you. He'll love you for that, Sherrie. No, but the funny thing is, for those regular viewers of this show, you'll know that my dad, because our surname is Welch, alias Raquel, used to do a drag act. Well, when he heard that Tim had got that part, "I've waited all my bloody life for that bloody part, now you've got it," he was absolutely gutted.
Beside himself.
But he's in Turkey. He's in Turkey, Raquel, and he has got himself a gig at the gay bar in Turkey next week, so some kind of compensation.
Your Christmas card is one I will anticipate with bated breath. My goodness, the family lineup. Okay. Now, pop superstar Justin Timberlake has revealed what happened when he met his sporting hero, NFL star Peyton Manning. Justin ran into him at a charity bowling do and recalls, "I was really excited to meet him. I went up to him and I said, 'You played for UT and I'm from Tennessee, and it's really great to meet you.' He was gushing, he was excited. Peyton apparently replied, 'Yeah, that's great, kid, size 11.5, because he thought Justin actually worked at the bowling alley. And, a sign of a decent guy, Justin went off and got him the shoes. I know. One of my own heroes, Justin Timberlake. Well, you could say hero, or object of lust.
Yeah.
Exactly. But have you ever met one of your real-life heroes, and if so, did they live up to the hype?
Yeah, I mean, again, yes, the heroes, but somebody that I did meet who I'd always loved was Howard Keel.
Oh,
and
yes.
he lived up to absolutely everything that you think a movie star should be. Do you know what I mean? Because he was a movie star in the days where they were inaccessible, unlike now where it's all a sort of in the big, you know. But people can Twitter them and all sorts of things. But anyway, he was such a gentleman. He had that beautiful voice. He was tall. He was gorgeous. And when a lady left the table, he did that sort of gentlemanly thing.
What did you
and he
say
did a
to
photo
him?
for me. I mean, I didn't really say very much because I was just a bit like. Because he was just telling all these wonderful stories about all these amazing Hollywood royalty. But, of course, they were just his friends. He wasn't name-dropping and everything. And my mum was so thrilled that I'd met him, and he did a photo for me, because, you know, sometimes you don't like to do that. He was lovely. And another person that I met was Jimmy's brother, Donny, who, of course, you know, absolutely... I mean, I was talking to Jimmy Osmond before in the dressing room, and he's just so gorgeous. And I was still thinking then, I can't believe I'm talking to Jimmy Osmond. You know, because they were, like, so massive. Well, they are massive, aren't they, the Osmonds?
But what do you say to heroes when you meet them? I mean, Joan Collins is one of my... Well, exactly. But, you know, I think if you just treat them like people, then that's fine. But if you are really, really in awe of them, it's really hard. And you always end up saying something that...
Stupid.
...has no answer, like... I love you. What do they say to that?
It's here, isn't it?
Oh, they say, I've got all your records. What do they say?
No.
Oh, good.
And when Tim we were walking past and he met Gordon Ramsay and he went, "Great cook."
Exactly. I was growing up. Avoid them like the plague.
Wham were my obsession as a teenager. I mean, I literally plastered my bedroom wall with George Michael posters. I loved him so much. And many years later, I found myself stuck in a lift with him, and I played it so cool. I thought I didn't do any of that stuff. Just looked at my shoes, just drank in the air, and thought, there you go. He's preserved in my mind as my hero. I don't know if he's going to disappoint or not. I left the moment well alone. Fast forward to last year. My friend, through her osteopath, has become friends with George Michael, and she got tickets for us to go and see him play live. So me and Darren go along with her, and she said afterwards, you know, I said, oh, thanks so much. It was a real dream realised to see George live, you know. She said, do you want to come and meet him? I said, absolutely not. No way. Don't want to meet him. He's the only hero I've got. I want to leave him over there on a kind of pedestal. Anyway, wine and persuasion took me to the party. And I ended up meeting George Michael, and I was really cool. I was really together. Darren was at the bar getting a drink. I just shook his hand, said I really enjoyed it. Thanks for the tickets. Thank you very much. Just about to make a clean escape, Darren comes bounding over. Oh, mate, you don't understand. She's literally wetting herself right now. The phone comes out. Babe, get in, get in. I've got to get a picture of this. She'll explode her mind.
You would never have asked him for a picture.
I can never meet the man again. I can't even go to his osteopath.
When I was only 19 and I was at drama school, and Steve McQueen came to do... I know. He came to do a talk, and he's a little, but he was mumbling. We didn't care. We didn't care if he spoke. He was just so beautiful. Anyway, one of us was chosen because he wanted to go on a red bus, and I was chosen. And I was just gobsmacked, as you can imagine, so I got on the red bus. Anyway, at the end of the day, he said, I'm going to take you for dinner. However, I can't do his voice, it's too embarrassing. Anyway, so he took me to a restaurant called the Poissonnerie, and I didn't know at that time that meant fish. And I'm allergic to any fish, but particularly seafood, violently allergic. So we sat on this bar, and this Steve McQueen next to me, and the first thing he did was pass me a great big long pole of a thing to hold.
Oh,
and I didn't... Yes. I didn't know. I know now, it's called a pepper mill. So... like that, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I sat there with this pepper mill with nothing, and then this bowl came that he'd ordered, and it was seafood. So I've now got a pepper mill in one hand, and I'm eating this seafood. Within minutes, projectile vomited straight over Steve McQueen. Like, you know, the Little Britain, whoa. And he just sat there covered from head to foot.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He just took me by the hand and took me out and put me... But I still held on to the pepper mill. And to this day, I've got that pepper mill.
I bet that's a great escape he was glad to make.